My name is Jeff Stoll. I am the captain of the Allendale campus of the Grand Valley State Police Department. I've been working with the department for almost 11 years now.
Imagine this. You're a young freshman still trying to figure out where on this sizable campus your classrooms are when someone invites you to your first big party. Someone offers you a drink. You've only ever drank in small amounts before. It's just one drink, they say. Sounds okay, right? Then one drink turns into 2, 3, 4, and before you know it, you wake up the next morning with no memory of what happened.
We deal with that sometimes with freshmen specifically who just haven't had the experience, and so they overshoot on their first time and they go to the hospital.
You had fun at the party, and you want to go to another next weekend. You downed 5 beers in only 2 hours span. The very definition of binge drinking.
Experienced drinkers, and they're still drinking that far into excess, then you got a problem. And that's clearly an abuse issue that you got to deal with.
You keep this up for a few months, continuing to drink more and more each time. Eventually, you start drinking during the week to satisfy that need. Soon, only drinking on the weekends at parties turns into binge drinking almost every night. Your grades start to suffer. Soon, beer doesn't cut it anymore. You need a stronger buzz. Luckily, you have made friends with of-age upperclassmen who can buy you hard liquor.
A lot of it is just from friends and word of mouth, and friends that are old enough to purchase alcohol that's supplied to them both here and at home. We hear stories of people when they go home to visit, there's friends that they know that will purchase it and they'll bring it back from their hometown to Grand Valley. Friends that they have that live around the area on or off campus at R21 that will buy it and provide to them.
At one party, your friends take your car keys away, but you insist you are all right to drive. After a struggle that turns physical, you get your keys back and speed away. You feel fine at first, but then you begin to swerve along the road, and the car drifts into the left lane, into the path of an oncoming truck. The truck honks its horn in an attempt to get out of the way, but it's too late.
Trickle-down effect. So people that drink more are more likely to make bad decisions that lead to other crimes: property damage, assault, sexual assault, drunk driving, things that become more negative, more problematic for not only the student, but certainly the community too. So we take a zero-tolerance approach when people are underage. Right now, the law changed recently from last year. It was a misdemeanor. Now it's a civil infraction for a minor possession or an MIP. So they get a ticket that's similar to a traffic ticket, not exactly like one, but similar. It doesn't count as an arrest, but there is a pretty substantial fine associated with it. Here in Ottawa County, it's about $275. People that are drinking underage, when they have a contact with a police officer, can expect to receive a ticket.
20% of college students have had an AUD, which is an alcohol use disorder.
I think there's a little bit of a concern with the law changing from a misdemeanor to a civil infraction. Even in the short time that it's changed, I feel like people that we've interacted with are starting to diminish the significance of the punishment, and as such, more people, I would feel casually saying, without any quantitative data at this point, are drinking more. Because they don't view the punishment as much, as severe. Whereas previously, when it constituted an arrest, it showed up on your arrest record. I think it caused to give people pause before they made that decision. And now, knowing that it's just a traffic ticket, I think people dismiss it a little bit more. And I think the concern, like I said, goes down to that subsequent behavior associated with it.
60% of college students ages 18 to 22 drank within the last month.
So the first thing, as always, is to identify that you have a problem and admit it. And that's okay to admit it because lots of people have had it before, lots of people will continue to have it, and then try and find a good support network and identify the variables or the items that are causing you to drink to excess and try and isolate those to either remove the negatives, or promote the positives that will prevent you from drinking. If it's hanging around different people, if it's going home as opposed to being here. And a lot of it does rely on the person to have a good self-assessment, but use the support networks that's available. Sometimes it could be your friends, it could be a counselor, it could be the ACEs department, it could be an RA. Finding the right support network will definitely aid in the success of kind of recovering from that issue.